Tunisia is an extraordinary country located along the northern coast of Africa, which is unlikely to leave even the most seasoned traveler indifferent. It is often overlooked, perhaps, because it remains in the shadow of more well-known tourist routes and popular states. However, it is precisely the richness of natural and historical contrast that traverses its territory, capable of captivating the imagination and surprising everyone who dares to visit. In this land, ancient traditions and modern development trends coexist harmoniously, and the blend of East and West creates a unique, unmistakable atmosphere that cannot be found anywhere else in the world. Imagine for a moment waking up every morning in a cozy home carved directly into the rocks, surrounded by majestic, endless landscapes where the presence of centuries is felt, hidden in every stone and corner. It is in such a place, amidst mysterious nature and historical monuments, that you can find ancient mosques, ruins of Roman towns, and other architectural treasures that seem to live their own lives, holding secrets of vanished eras. Isn't this mesmerizing and inspiring? But this is only a part of what this country has to offer. A vast salt lake, stretching out like a mirror surface in the middle of the desert, transforms this place into a truly magical spectacle. Its colors change with the seasons, and the reflection of the sun on its surface creates an effect reminiscent of fantastic scenes from fairy tales. Such natural wonders draw travelers seeking adventure, genuine emotions, and extraordinary experiences. Interestingly, Tunisian women achieved their rights long before similar movements developed in most other Arab countries. This historical feature adds an extra page to the rich and multifaceted history of the country, making it even more unique. All of this is just a fraction of what makes Tunisia truly special, a country worthy of attention, respect, and further exploration. The first fact worth noting: despite being the smallest country in North Africa in terms of size, its borders hide an immense number of secrets and mysteries capable of astonishing even the most discerning lovers of history and adventure. On what seems like a tiny territory are concentrated such historical and cultural monuments that the hearts of everyone who visits are filled with trepidation and delight. Imagine standing amidst the ruins of ancient Carthage, once a mighty naval power that fought for influence alongside the Romans, with the thrilling sound of the Mediterranean Sea around you. These are not just ruins and stones. They are living testimonies of an era when passions ran high and great battles were fought. Here, amidst the remnants of a vast civilization, one can feel the touch of the distant past, and history appears utterly real, as lively as the sea breeze itself. But Tunisia is, of course, not only about vast seas and ancient ruins. Beneath its surface lie breathtaking oases that are almost impossible to find anywhere else on Earth. These unique natural havens look as if nature itself decided to create its own paradise, where the combination of sand and palm trees, clear waters, and crystal clear air evokes a fairy tale sensation. These oases have repeatedly served as the backdrop for iconic scenes in famous films, such as Star Wars, whose sequences have captivated millions of viewers around the world and entered cinematic history as examples of unforgettable visual splendor. At first glance, the country seems calm and straightforward, but in reality, it holds many layers, from deep historical stories to astonishing natural landscapes. Although Tunisia does not enjoy the same worldwide fame as its more renowned regional neighbors, it still beckons and attracts, inviting everyone to discover its unique treasures. And anyone who believes they already know everything about this country is inevitably mistaken. The second intriguing mystery is the ghost city of Carthage, where history seems never to sleep. When you stand amid the ruins of this once great and powerful city, do you ever wonder what it feels like to be a person at the very bottom of this historical world? Carthage, one of North Africa's jewels of antiquity, was once a dangerous and influential rival of Rome, engaged in constant struggle for dominance in the Mediterranean. Today, this place appears abandoned and lost, as if frozen in time, where all the events that once animated this city have faded into history. But it is this silence that lends it a special magic and mystery, allowing one to imagine what it was like during its period of prosperity. Standing among the ruins, it's impossible not to feel the grandeur of bygone eras, the fleeting glory, and at the same time, the eternal reminder that great civilizations also eventually fade into history, leaving behind only stone testimony of their power and beauty. In the heart of Tunisia, among majestic ancient columns and winding, labyrinthine streets, the lively spirit of the past still lingers, as if the breath of long-past epochs fills the air. Here on these streets, life once surged, markets bustling, locals hurrying about their affairs, and in the distance the horn calls of ships and the distant rumble of military conflicts, which still cast an invisible shadow over this land in silence. Walking through these historic streets is not just a stroll, it's like a journey back in time, where one can feel the spirit of those who fought for their ideals, struggled against mighty Rome, and endured endless battles for freedom. These ancient stones, rising toward the sky, are not just heaps of rocks. They are living witnesses of past ages, whispering their secrets to those capable of hearing their voices. Walking through the forums of Carthage is like reading an ancient book whose pages come to life right before your eyes, revealing a story imbued with drama, passion, and heroism. These pages seem to be assembled from hundreds of mosaic shards, coming together to form a vivid and dynamic tapestry of adventure and human emotion. In these tales, it is important to pay attention to descriptions of the harbors, those ancient royal ports where mighty trading ships and military vessels once stood in formidable combat readiness, awaiting their fateful battles. The majestic architecture of these sites, grand ruins that still preserve their power today, will leave no one indifferent who truly appreciates historical beauty. Immersed in the atmosphere of this unique world, one begins to understand that Tunisia is not only about beaches lapped by the warm waves of the Mediterranean and Atlantic seas, or picturesque oases amid the harsh desert sands. It is truly a treasure trove of history, where every ruin, every stone speaks of struggle, victory, and defeat, of the strength of spirit and the perseverance of ancestors. Remembering ancient Carthage, one could say that even now its visage, a ghost town, lives on in the memory and imagination of those capable of listening to its quiet, barely perceptible voices from bygone eras. Honestly, it is here, among these ruins and ruins, that the true essence of history is hidden, something capable of teaching a modern person a great deal. What it means to fight for one's freedom, to endure the trials of time with dignity, and to never retreat in the face of difficulties. Stepping onto these ancient stony streets, you feel as if you are witnessing great events and changes that forever altered the course of history. Each stone slab, each fallen column tells of people, of their grandeur or downfall, of their inner strength and defiance that help overcome destiny's challenges. From here, from these ancient, slightly weathered labyrinths, great campaigns once began. The flames of battles were ignited, and the tone for political and military events of entire eras was set. Now let us shift a little south to the heart of Tunisia, where a marvelous oasis hides amid the endless, merciless sands of the Sahara. The Chebaka Oasis is not just an attractive place where palms turn green and fresh water flows. Here, nature seems to showcase its magical power, transforming the desert into a true theater of colors and shapes. This oasis valley amazes with its diversity. Bathed in sunlight and sculpted by fierce winds, it reveals a picturesque scene. Bright red cliffs sharply contrasting with lush greenery of palms and narrow blue streams of hot springs quietly flowing between rocky cliffs. The grandeur of this place is so immense that scenes for legendary American films or epic stories from the world of fantasy could be shot here. Never forget that it was here, on the territory of this oasis, that key moments from history, which formed the basis of cinematic masterpieces, took place. In moments when the light and dark forces clashed in epic battles, fighting for power and the fate of the world. It was in Chebaka that the grounds for change were being laid. A walk through this mysterious place is not just a tourist excursion. It is an immersive journey into a fairy tale-like cinematic story. Every trail, every turn reveals new horizons, as if you are entering another reality. The water in the springs not only pleases the eye, but also seems to fill you with inexhaustible vitality and energy. The warm springs, softly enveloping with their heat like an old good friend, whisper unseen yet profound secrets, passing down centuries-old wisdom. Do not miss this unique chance to visit this oasis where nature and the art of cinema are intertwined, creating a harmony of beauty and magic so delightful and pleasant that you forget about time and stubbornly want to return again and again. Chibika is much more than just an oasis or a scenic place. It is a special corner where you can set aside daily worries and hustle, immerse yourself in an atmosphere of true harmony and tranquility, created as if specifically for dreamers and seekers of inspiration. This place exudes a special energy that helps you relax not only physically, but also spiritually, to feel part of something grand and extraordinary, as if touching something great and unique. Now let us embark together on a gastronomic journey through Tunisian cuisine, where each meal becomes a true feast for the senses and every taste an extraordinary ritual. We'll start with a dish considered not just a side dish, but a real culinary star in this region: couscous. This dish not only nourishes, but also impresses with its richness, appearance, and depth of flavors. It is often served with various components, such as meat, fish, or assorted vegetables, and always appears so fresh and appetizing, as if prepared by a queen or a skillful hostess who puts her heart into every portion. Couscous can be imagined as a buffet of grains, where the more you add, the better, since it delights with its variety, aromatic richness, and tastefulness. This dish is like an embodiment of countless small pleasures, capable of enchanting even the most demanding gourmets and surpassing all expectations. Moving on to the next amazing dish, tagine. It is not just a cooking method or a simple dish, but rather a philosophy of the Italian word tatiana, symbolizing patience and skill. Tagine is a unique ritual in which meat, vegetables, and spices are slowly simmered in a clay pot, creating incomparable aromas and flavor combinations that can make even the most hardened skeptic happily reach for the table. Thanks to slow braising in clay, all the subtleties and nuances of the ingredients are fully revealed, allowing each flavor to unfold in its entirety. This dish is a true work of art, crafted with love and great respect for national traditions, each of which has its own history and significance, strengthening the bond between generations. Tagine is like an invitation into the deep world of Tunisian culture and craftsmanship, where every detail is meticulously thought out, and the result of this labor is an unforgettable taste and aroma. Finally, one of the most vivid and memorable components of Tunisian cuisine must not be overlooked: the famous spicy harissa sauce. It is the pinnacle of gastronomic showmanship, combining simplicity and sophistication simultaneously. This sauce is added to nearly everything: meat, fish, vegetables, legumes, and even some soups. Harissa has become an essential part of any Tunisian feast. It is highly valued and used with respect because it can add spiciness, heat, and a special flair to any dish. This sauce is like a bright sun, hot, fiery, yet providing an unusual flavor that remains in memory for a long time. Without trying harissa, consider that you have not fully explored the culinary world of Tunisia. It has become a kind of local passport, a symbol of the country's unique purity and the passion with which Tunisians create their culinary delicacies. That is why, when in Tunisia, you should not hesitate to add harissa to every dish. Not only will you enhance the flavor, but you will also undoubtedly immerse yourself in the atmosphere of truly Tunisian passion for food and life. Otherwise, you risk missing a unique opportunity to fully uncover your palette of tastes and experience the depth of the country's gastronomic heritage. Tunisia is much more than it appears at first glance. Besides picturesque beaches, green oases, and warm sunshine, there is an amazing culinary world hidden at the heart of this country, rich in traditions and craftsmanship. Every dish is not just food, but a true masterpiece, where deep respect for tradition and a love for new experiments are felt, all of which transform each meal into a unique adventure for the taste buds, capable of leaving an unforgettable impression. The fifth remarkable fact about this land is that Tunisia holds a prestigious place among the world's leaders in olive oil production. It is here that the most ancient olive groves grow, which have witnessed and heard countless stories across centuries of different generations of people. These trees, which can be considered living witnesses to history, pass down to their gray branches such profound wisdom that it is truly astonishing. In Tunisia, harvesting olive oil is not a mere event, but a sacred act passed down through generations as a special ritual. Imagine elderly people sitting in the shade of lush olive trees with genuine smiles on their faces and trembling hearts, following ancient traditions closely, endeavoring to preserve the old secrets of fermentation and gathering. For Tunisians, olive oil is not just a food product, but a symbol of pride and tender love for their land. It truly forms the foundation and a key component of the national cuisine, with its quality being so high that any debates about superiority or differences disappear upon the first tasting. A small piece of fresh bread with a drop of this oil can turn an ordinary meal into a true art. The fact that Tunisia exports its products to many countries around the world further confirms that among all types of cultural heritage, meat or wine, fatty meats or sweets, olive oil holds a special place, serving as a calling card, a source of pride, and a living testament to centuries-old traditions preserved on this land. When we use olive oil for cooking, we often little think about its origin and history hidden behind the simple product. Imagine that by spreading this oil on a toast in Paris or adding it to a salad in New York, a whole story from distant Tunisia unfolds before you. It is not merely a culinary addition, it is a piece of culture, a reflection of the history and soul of the country that created it. Equally important is the fact that trying authentic Tunisian olive oil offers a chance to connect with the country's unique style, understand its traditions, and appreciate its rich heritage. If you find yourself in Tunisia, be sure to taste this oil, as if it were the last piece of happiness on the planet. It contains a part of the Tunisian people's soul and can make everyone reflect on the fact that our world is not only endless mountains or swift rivers, but also the treasures that nature has bestowed. Among these, olive oil occupies a special place, a fruit of ancient traditions, a symbol and a gift of the epoch. Turning to the next amazing natural phenomenon, attention should be paid to the Chott El Djerid Salt Lake, which holds an important place among the natural wonders of the Tunisian desert. It is not just a body of water, but a true capsule of opposites, situated right in the heart of the Tunisian Sahara. This is a place where the scorching sun and endless sands seem to merge into a single captivating space, and the lake can surprise with its constantly changing appearance. At one moment, its surface sparkles with pink hues, as if the sky scattered thousands of flower petals here, and within a few hours it turns into a smooth, golden sheen, reflecting the sky restlessly. Sometimes when temperatures soar close to critical levels, it seems that there is no water at all. The lake disappears, transforming into an illusion, a mirage that deceives even the most experienced travelers and naturalists. This is an extraordinary spectacle of light and shadow effects that makes one ponder the nature of reality. Part 7 of 15. Imagine you stand motionless at the border of this mysterious lake, with nothing but emptiness before you, where just yesterday the splash of water gave way to symmetrical shapes formed by salt deposits. Such a sight is not merely a natural wonder, but rather a fantasy capable of confusing even seasoned adventurers. Local residents tell that throughout the seasons, Stoldrit changes not only in shades but also in shapes, thanks to salt sediments rising to the surface and creating intricate patterns. At these moments, the lake transforms into a living canvas of nature, on which it paints its unique masterpieces with its own hands. Therefore, if you have the chance to visit here, be prepared for a unique theater where every moment brings new, astonishing images, like a scene written by nature itself. And it is worth remembering that the most beautiful and touching natural phenomena are often delicate and fleeting, disappearing just as quickly as they appeared. Moving further, we come upon an unforgettable chapter of ancient architecture, an extraordinary wonder built many centuries ago and preserved to this day as a testament to human wisdom and craftsmanship. It is the renowned Uqba Mosque, located in the heart of Kairouan, this ancient and unique city where each street breathes history. This mosque is not merely a religious temple. It is a living relic embodying centuries of wisdom, having endured countless tests of time and war, standing for over 6 centuries as a guardian of the region's spiritual values. Built in the 6th century, it has witnessed numerous events over the years, leaving their marks on its bricks and stones. Uqba Mosque is more than just an architectural structure. It is a symbol of continuity, strength, and resilience, continuing to operate as a center of religious, cultural, and historical life in the city. Its walls seem to tell their own story. Through arches and minarets, one senses an era when great events took place here. Dynasties changed, new ideas were born, and alliances were forged. The architecture of this building amazes with its harmonious beauty. Tall, elegant arches and finely crafted minarets create the impression that before us is not just a structure, but a living book in which the pages of the region's and the country's history are inscribed. The majestic Uqba Mosque not only serves as a reminder of the past, but also as a symbol of vibrant energy and the continuation of traditions, which are actively preserved to this day, inspiring awe and respect in the hearts of believers and tourists alike, for epics rooted deep into the centuries. Every time I have the chance to gaze upon this magnificent mosque, I am involuntarily struck by its incredible power to attract people from all over the city and even from surrounding districts. It is like a magnet, attracting numerous believers and curious travelers, united by a shared desire for spiritual awakening and inner peace. Despite the many transformations and changes occurring everywhere in the surrounding world, the local residents are undoubtedly proud of their sacred mosque, and this pride is well justified. Within its walls, not only the history of Kairouan is reflected, but also a part of the world's cultural heritage. For this mosque is a symbol of eternity and spirituality, a unique monument that preserves the wisdom of generations. If fate ever leads you to this ancient city, be sure to find time to visit the Uqba Mosque to experience its special energy, to touch the centuries-old traditions, and to immerse yourself in an atmosphere where everything around seems to pause, leaving only the most important and true: faith, culture, and a respectful attitude toward roots. Now let us turn to one of Tunisia's most vibrant and colorful corners, its bazaars, which in essence are not just traditional markets, but living cultural heritage of this country. Many mistakenly believe that Eastern bazaars are merely noisy, crowded, and bustling places where chaos and commercial clamor reign. In reality, they are much more. You can find true works of art created by artisans whose labor and creative spark have been passed down through generations, like a precious legacy. Every carpet is not just a woven fabric, it is a living embodiment of stories etched in its patterns and threads, radiating warmth and the soul of the master who poured into its creation all his sincere love and patience. Tunisians craft these masterpieces with special reverence and patience, adhering to methods dating back to age-old traditions and crafts passed down from ancient eras. Pay attention to the vibrant palette of patterns decorating these carpets. Each design tells a story about the culture, daily life, the perspectives of the people living here, their dreams and experiences. And this extends beyond carpets. Handmade pottery seems to attract the eye and invite a touch with its smooth surface, while silver jewelry shines so brilliantly and nobly that all modern jewelry pale in comparison before their splendor and historical significance. Bazaars are not just trading venues, they are inexhaustible repositories of culture and tradition, where it is possible to observe how deep roots of the past continue to live and develop in the present. And if you think all this beauty and unique items can be easily found online, you have a limited understanding of the true power and uniqueness of handcrafted work, which holds much more than just goods. In these places, in the markets, you do not simply acquire an item, you become part of a living history infused with culture that continues to exist here and now, in every piece, every pattern, and every touch. Don't miss the opportunity to explore the most secluded corners of these vibrant, energy-filled markets, where the spirit of Tunisia is conveyed through every craft. Allow yourself to feel this unique connection to the past, which stays with you forever. And finally, don't be surprised to discover that Tunisia's nature can amaze with its incredible contrasts and diversity. I'll share a secret. It's not only endless deserts with golden dunes and scorching sun creating the image of a desert paradise. Imagine this. Early in the morning, you're walking along the shore of the Mediterranean Sea, enjoying warm waves and the freshness of the sea breeze, and by evening finds yourself in a shaded pine forest where coolness, the gentle rustle of leaves, and the tranquility of nature replace the daytime heat and desert silence. Who would have thought that in such a seemingly arid climate, one can find such diverse landscapes and natural scenery? We often perceive Tunisia simply as a land of sun and sand, but the reality is much richer and more amazing. This country, located on the North African continent, is a remarkable blend of natural landscapes. Majestic mountains covered with green forests, picturesque valleys, and vast plains are harmoniously combined. One of the brightest examples of natural beauty is the Itruk National Park, where you can get lost in the deep shadows of tall pines, feeling the fresh air filled with the scent of pine and the sounds of whispering forests. This unique corner of nature reminds us of Tunisia's rich diversity of landscapes, which, despite its reputation as a desert country, actually harbors numerous natural treasures and unexpected beauties. Just a few hours' drive from this amazing natural wonder, expansive, pristine beaches unfold before your eyes, captivating with their cleanliness and brightness. These beaches seem to beckon with their serenity and peaceful atmosphere, offering every visitor a chance to forget the world and immerse themselves in an environment of solitude and relaxation. Around them stretch scenic coastal resorts, where everyone can find a corner to their liking, from cozy, quiet coves to lively, vibrant spots filled with fun and friendly atmosphere. And if fortune favors you and the weather is kind, during walks in these places, you might unexpectedly encounter wild animals, foxes or deer, appearing right in your path. Their appearance becomes a real surprise, a pleasant discovery, and a confirmation that Tunisia's nature is full of mysteries and wonders. Walking through these corners of natural beauty, you begin to realize that Tunisia is not just a territory of classic tourist attractions, but a true palette of diverse emotions and impressions. The grandeur of this place lies in its astonishing combination of natural beauties, stretching from lush green hills rich with grasses and rare trees to roaring and noisy sea waves crashing against cliffs and shores. Therefore, if someone finally claims that Tunisia is just a desert and scorching sun, don't believe them. You should give this enchanting corner of the world a chance to surprise you with its diversity and beauty. Allow yourself to immerse in its unique atmosphere, and you will definitely be satisfied. Now let's turn to an incredible fact that evokes both admiration and pride. It pertains to women's rights in Tunisia, which have significantly advanced compared to most European countries, especially in the context of a region rich in Arab history. Such a fact seems almost paradoxical when considering stereotypes and myths about the cultural features of this region. However, the historical truth is that in 1969, Tunisian women gained the right to vote. You heard correctly. This happened long before such rights were granted to women in many European countries, which may seem incredible given our usual perceptions of the region. Tunisia, it would seem, is a traditional Arab country where a revolution in gender equality has long been underway. While many neighboring nations' women were only beginning their fight for recognition and equal rights, Tunisia was already discussing ideas of equal opportunities and freedom for both genders. Here, voting rights were not the only concern. Women were granted a special status, which is now considered one of the most progressive and modern in terms of women's rights in the Arab world. Tunisia has become a kind of pioneer in the movement for equality, paving the way for other countries in the region. And this is not just words. Reality confirms that women can and should hold leadership positions. They run businesses, study, participate in political life, overcoming social stereotypes and obstacles. This example shows that traditional values and modern ideas can coexist and complement each other, creating a new level of societal development. Of course, despite all the achievements, the fight for equality is not yet over, and many women still face prejudices and discrimination. However, the fact that progress has been made is already a significant victory, offering hope for even greater changes. Tunisia is becoming an example for other Muslim countries, demonstrating that even within traditional societies, progress and openness are possible. When it comes to the status of women in Arab countries, it is worth recalling Tunisia, the country where all this is possible if there is a desire to create and not fear taking risks. Now let's move to another, no less remarkable aspect of this unique region. In this part of the world, on lands that seem entirely different, almost like another planet, you can experience a special feeling. Don't believe it? You should, because the Tunisian desert is not just an uninhabited, sterile plain covered with endless sands and intensely burning sun. This is a place where amazing secrets and features are hidden, attracting artists, travelers, and filmmakers from around the world. In the secluded corners of the desert, scenes built for filming iconic movies, such as the famous Star Wars series, have been preserved to this day. You heard correctly. This is Tatooine, the home planet of Luke Skywalker, and a place that appears absolutely fantastical and alien in the photos. Created in the 1980s, this real alien sky and landscapes still draw many tourists and filmmakers seeking inspiration and new ideas precisely in these fantastic surroundings. Wandering among these incredible sets, one feels as if they have entered another, vividly imaginative world where sandy hills and houses carved out of clay and stone with rounded roofs create a unique and harmonious atmosphere. In this place, reality gently intertwines with fantasy, so much so that it's not just the presence in a scene about to vanish, but a feeling of immersion into a magical universe. Interestingly, the name of the planet Tatooine comes from the Tunisian town of Tatooine, adding a distinctive charm and unique identity to this land, transforming it into more than just a piece of space. One can imagine actors once taking the stage amid these desert expanses, dressed in costumes of fantastical space characters, creating the illusion of another world so distant from everyday life. Today, tourists armed with smartphones and cameras stroll across these ancient sands, eager to capture that very moment, as if they themselves have found themselves in the heart of a space saga that continues to live on in every shot. Sometimes you ponder how cinema invests its creativity into a treasury of reality and fiction, turning ordinary, unremarkable landscapes into legends that inspire people to do important and meaningful deeds. But honestly, nothing compares to the feeling when you realize you are right where those legendary scenes were created. It's not just a filming site, it's a living story that continues to inspire whole generations toward great achievements, dreams, and the exploration of new horizons. And if, while in Tunisia, you tire of the usual beach amusements or noisy markets and want to immerse yourself in an adventurous atmosphere, the desert is the place where you can feel like you're on another planet. There, amidst endless sand dunes, every step you take will remind you of extraordinary, wondrous stories that seem to come alive before your eyes. One of Tunisia's highlights is considered the 11th wonder, the El Jem Amphitheater, which in scale and architectural grandeur can overshadow even the famous Colosseum in Rome. Have you ever wondered what it was like to stand on ancient rocky stairs, where in distant times the roar of gladiatorial battles, the noise of the crowd, and the passion for bloody duels echoed? In El Jem, you have a unique opportunity to experience the same atmosphere. This amphitheater is among the largest of its kind in the world, and in terms of preservation and architectural grandeur, it rivals its Roman counterpart. But there is an important difference. Here, endless streams of tourists do not flow, often disrupting the full immersion into the ancient ambiance. You can leisurely stroll through this truly magnificent historic monument, surrounded by a stillness that feels as if frozen in time. Only the distant echo of those long eras echoes around, when battles and spectacular gladiatorial fights took place here, when people held their breath, suppressing anger and passion. It seems as if these stone walls whisper their stories, recounting battles, victories, and human passions that simmered at the moment when this place was the hub of major events. Unlike the modern, crowded, and noisy Colosseum, this place is quiet and peaceful. Just you and the grandeur of an ancient era that still lives on, permeates the air, and connects you to its spirit. Imagine being someone who occupied these seats hundreds of years ago, during an era of glory and passions, when battles and spectacular fights raged around and destinies were decided on this very arena. This site is not just a museum or monument, but a living arena where each stone rib is imbued with memories of bygone times and those who were honored here. For those seeking a genuine connection with history and wishing to feel its breath, El Jem becomes a true treasure. Here the soul can not only sense but fully experience the spirit of ancient times, feeling its power, its thrill, and its grandeur. And now imagine how people live in the houses carved into the cliffs, located in Matmata in southern Tunisia. These dwellings, seemingly born of nature, are built into the rocks, creating the impression that they have grown out of the mountains themselves. Looking at them, one can't help but think about the daily life and worldview of those who lived here centuries ago. In homes that seemed to be an extension of the cliffs, people found shelter and comfort, creating unique living conditions in the desert environment. Immersing yourself in the atmosphere of this unusual corner, you begin to understand that these houses are not just dwellings, but true works of art, crafted by nature and human skill, embodied in stone and clay. These extraordinary homes, carved directly from rock formations, are a real treasure for those who appreciate exoticism and historical riches. Why did people start building their houses exactly in the cliffs, choosing such unusual places to live? The answer lies in the region's climatic features. In the Tunisian desert, temperatures can reach unbearable heights, creating heat that seems insufferable. And this constant heat prompted ancient people to look for ways to protect themselves from the scorching sun and dangerous sandstorms. In such conditions, hiding was advantageous, and life became not only more comfortable, but also significantly safer. Building homes within rocky formations allowed for keeping the interior cool, as soft limestone effectively retains heat and cold, providing a comfortable temperature both during hot days and cold nights. These houses not only served as shelters, but also demonstrated durability. The stone from which they were carved is a very reliable material capable of lasting centuries with little maintenance or repairs. Today, these picturesque dwellings, known as troglodyte houses, are inhabited not only by the local older generation, who have preserved this tradition for centuries, but also by tourists drawn by the uniqueness of this architectural phenomenon. For travelers, it's an opportunity to connect with ancient culture, experience the atmosphere of the past, and feel the special spirit of the time that lingers within these stone walls. Some owners of these unusual homes even organize gatherings with guests, inviting them to taste traditional Tunisian dishes and sharing local customs and daily life, making their visits a memorable cultural immersion. Life in these rocky dwellings proceeds in harmony with nature. Every moment spent here turns into a unique adventure. This place is not just a shelter from the scorching sun, but a true embodiment of ancient customs and traditions, passing down centuries-old knowledge and skills. Immersing oneself in the atmosphere of these locations, it feels as if transported to an era when people lived in harmony with nature, preserving their traditions in every brick or stone. The majestic scene is complemented by a fascinating fact. Within the desert expanses of Tunisia, one can see flamingos, stunning pink birds that would seem more appropriate in wetlands or coastal bays than in an arid desert. But precisely here, on salt lakes scattered across the wide desert plain, this exoticism appears perfectly natural. These lakes, like brought-to-life oases amidst the depths of endless emptiness, serve as homes for hundreds of flamingos, which feel at home here and participate in aerial ballets. How is it possible that such a rich and astonishing ecosystem exists in a hot desert? The answer is obvious. Tunisia possesses a truly unique natural heritage. This region is home not only to many rare birds and animals, but also to graceful gazelles that run freely across fields and hills, filling the space with movement and life. In the Ishkel Reserve, for example, you can observe these swift and agile animals playfully darting between bushes as if enjoying every moment of their vibrant existence. This wild nature is not something distant and immobile, but a real, living organism that surprises and inspires even those accustomed to thinking of the desert as merely a dead, lifeless space. The balance in this ecosystem is so delicate and fragile that each living creature, whether bird or beast, plays a crucial role in preserving the entire natural world. In this sense, the desert, which many consider to be dead and lifeless, turns out to be full of unexpected life that only requires a careful gaze to notice and understand. And if you think that Tunisia is only a place for beach strolls and rock formations, You are mistaken. Against the backdrop of expansive sands and distant horizons, there is a remarkable life unfolding right in the heart of the desert. Flamingos dancing gracefully on salt lakes, as well as gazelles meticulously maneuvering between sparse shrubs, all prove that in this harsh, seemingly barren environment, there is harmony and otherworldly beauty. Discovering such wild nature is akin to taking a fresh breath after a long journey through monotonous landscapes. For those who dream of seeing how life can thrive even in the harshest conditions, Tunisia is exactly the place that will provide such experiences and leave bright impressions in the soul. Additionally, in this country, where ancient traditions shine like gold in the sunlight, wedding festivities hold a special place. They are renowned for their splendor and hospitality. This is not just a celebration, but a true fireworks display of vivid emotions, vibrant colors, and unforgettable impressions that ignite the hearts of participants with genuine, heartfelt joy. Unlike modest and quiet events often held in daily life, here everything unfolds with grandeur, a wedding that can last up to 7 days in a row. Imagine 7 days of endless fun, ringing music, lively dances, and ancient rituals passed down from generation to generation like precious family relics. These ceremonies are not random or intrusive, but are a living heritage woven into the fabric of the people's culture and history. The bride, like a painting woven from the finest handmade patterns, is adorned with traditional henna tattoos that create an astonishing ornament on her skin, transforming her into a true masterpiece of art. Each tattoo is a symbol or legend, intertwining ancient meanings and beauty. The sounds of the zurna and darbuka, deep and moving, seem capable of awakening even the most skeptical hearts, causing everyone present, without exception, to lose control and dive into fiery dances. And just one look at the wedding procession makes it clear that what unfolds before the eyes is a real theatrical performance. Camels with riders slowly parade through the streets, creating an atmosphere of a fairy tale. These processions are not just celebrations for a select few, but large-scale folk events in which the entire village or even the whole district participates. In such an atmosphere, every person is like a vital note in the grand symphony of life, united by shared traditions. The people of Tunisia do not just celebrate weddings. They create a whole fiesta of festivities, a riot of colors, sounds, and smells, where every element is imbued with deep meaning. From garments created according to ancient rituals to exquisite dishes capable of transporting everyone to a world of gastronomic paradise, everything here is infused with a special energy. It may seem like an ordinary event, but in reality, it is a cultural heritage, alive and breathing, penetrating every heart and breath of the country. Originating from centuries-old traditions and modern life, these elements are woven into a unified whole. If you wish to experience how real life brims in a colorful and lively celebration, don't miss the opportunity to witness such a wedding. Finally, as we conclude our fascinating journey through Tunisia, a country that holds an inexhaustible source of amazing discoveries and treasures of knowledge in its heart, know that in this unique corner of the world, a true synthesis of eras and cultural layers takes place, astonishing and inspiring all who encounter it. Here, ancient civilizations that have left their marks over centuries, Eastern traditions imbued with history, coexist today with modern trends and progressive development. All of this creates a special atmosphere that literally takes your breath away and sparks curiosity. Have you ever wondered how interesting it would be to stroll through narrow streets that preserve memories of the times of the Romans and Arabs? These streets seem like living witnesses of bygone eras, transporting us to a distant past. Yet it feels as if that past is happening right now, in our present reality. After such a walk, you can head to a cozy cafe where the aroma of spiced coffee awaits, a beverage tied to special memories and traditions. This drink seems familiar, yet it conceals the spirit of various cultures, embodying the history of both East and West in a single fragrant blend impossible to forget. Every step back in time offers the chance to feel the full power of history intertwined with modernity, a rare opportunity to touch the past that lives nearby and constantly influences the present. Reflecting on this, One cannot help but marvel at the wealth of facts and legends hidden in this mysterious world, imagining how they might stay in one's memory forever. Perhaps one of these facts, about a land filled with mysteries and discoveries, will leave the brightest mark on your heart. Exploring these places is not just an engaging activity, but a unique experience that allows you to see familiar surroundings from a new perspective, discovering new facets of old customs and sights. Each journey into such corners is a real discovery, leaving not only a lasting impression, but also inspiring new ideas and thoughts. May everyone who dares to undertake this path feel how many incredible and unexplored treasures are concealed behind the seemingly mundane routines of familiar routes. Diving into this enchanting weave of past and present is something everyone seeking new horizons for expanding their knowledge and feeling the magic of discovery can experience.